This wasn't a picture this time.
Oh.
Let's go.
The cost of college is astronomical. 4 years at SJSU would cost around $120,000. And at a UC, it would cost around $150,000. Something else you may not know is the government pays for half of your education, but that's not how it was in the past. The government used to pay for a majority of the costs, but in the past few years, the government has pushed that burden onto students. Today, I will inform my audience, you all, of the two sides to why costs of college are increasing. This is still a relevant issue, and it is important to understand what affects how much you pay for college. According to the Community College Journal, there's over $1 trillion in student loan debts. Today, I will inform you the tuition increases and how the increasing cost of college can have negative repercussions through the views of the taxpayers and college students. First, I'll address what these individuals want, the results when they do not get what they desire, and then how the government affects them. First, I'll discuss the views of the taxpayers in relationship to tuition increases. So taxpayers, they want to pay less in taxes. They want to pay as little to the government as possible. A lot of the taxpayers feel that they don't need to pay for someone else's degree. They already got their degree. They don't need to pay for someone who they don't know. This is a capitalistic ideology. The taxpayers want something in return for paying their taxes, like with roads they get better quality in the roads. They also believe that students will have the earning power later on to pay for loans, and they don't believe it'll be a very big burden. So, what is some harm that comes from these taxpayers paying more in taxes? Well, the overall economy suffers. There's less money circling around in the local businesses, and they can't afford to hire individuals to work at their stores, and they run the risk of running out of business. So the overall economy suffers because there's less money circulating. Property values in homes go down, and then people try to save because they don't know how long the economic downfall will last. So the government has something called the master plan, and it divides up the state funding into three categories. There's the community college, the CSU, and the UCs. Currently, the UCs get the least amount of funding from the state, and community colleges get the most because they try to promote people to go to college. They accept all people who apply and try to get them into UCs and CSUs. So over the years, there's been a reduction in funding towards higher education, just because that money's been used for roads and defense and healthcare and libraries. College students have to make up the difference in order to, and by doing that, they pay more tuition. So, secondly, I will be discussing the position of those who go to college. So those who seek higher education want cheaper education, and by cheaper I mean more affordable. So the more reasonable cost, since there is a potential for more reasonable costs since the current tuition is rising faster than inflation. And so, in a perfect world, we could reduce the tuition to only growing about 1 to 2% per year. And this is harmful because when the costs go up, if taxpayers aren't paying as much into the community college or the college system, then students have to take out loans and participate in take up part-time jobs. So it'll take, for loans, it takes an extremely long time to pay off. It can take 10 to 20 years to pay off loans, and it's taken directly out of your paycheck. So you won't. It's not like a credit card. You won't get a statement saying you owe this much to pay back your loans. They'll take it directly out of your paycheck. And so this actually happened to my uncle. He went to Pepperdine, and he graduated and then went on to medical school. Right now he's a cardiologist in Los Angeles. But only 4 years ago, he paid off his student loans. He graduated when he was 20 or 30. He was 30. And right now he's 50. So it took him that long to pay off his loan, and he had over $200,000 in debt. So when individuals, they also have to take up part-time jobs in order to cover the costs of the tuition. So when they pick up a part-time job, they may have to take fewer units, which would prolong their graduation. And with minimum wage here in San Jose, they'd only earn about $10 an hour and only be allowed to work 10 to 25 hours a week. So the results of rising tuition from the position of the taxpayers and college students are inverse. No matter what happens, one of these groups will get harmed. So today I have informed you of how increasing costs can have negative repercussions, and the issue is that there is no easy solution to this problem. Either taxpayers or college students will be forced to pay more. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Everyone.
Oh shit, it didn't save! No.
Alright, thanks everyone.
Thank you everybody for wasting my morning. We should do this again sometime.